Today I'm going to do a full face of makeup to the point where Face ID can't even recognize me. This is going to be pretty interesting, and to be honest with you, I don't even know where to start. But you know, let's just waste no more time and get right into this. I'm going to start with my brows. I'm going to make my brows super thick and bushy, so I'm going in with the Anastasia Brow Pomade. I've never had like super thick brows ever in my life. It's just not in my genetics, unfortunately. So this might actually confuse Face ID. They're going to be like thick brows on Natalie. I've never seen that in my life. Also, if you hear any snoring, I just got a brand new baby Frenchie. Her name is Lila, and I've never had a girl dog in my life, but I've been craving one. I just want a little girl. I want to dress her up and like just have girl moments. So if you guys have any recommendations on girl dogs, please don't hesitate to tell me, because this is all very new for me. This brow has not come to play. I think I'm just gonna carve it out a little bit with concealer. All right, let's just hope I can do the same thing on this side now. The brows are done and they look insane, but I feel like they need to be insane if we're gonna try and trick Face ID. I'm just doing my foundation like normal because I feel like it's the features that I need to change to trick it. Same thing goes for concealer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this real quick. Okay, now let's move on to contour, and I feel like we can have a lot of fun with contour. I'm gonna give myself like super chiseled. Should I do chiseled or should I do round? I guess chiseled is the move because we're already kind of here. But if I kind of gave myself like a cleft chin, I don't know how that's gonna work. Let's just blend this all out, and then I think I want to do something crazy for nose contour. I feel like I'm definitely starting to look a little unrecognizable. All right, for nose contour, I'm gonna try and do like a squiggly nose. Something like this. Oh yeah. And then I'll just highlight this down the middle. If I don't full Face ID, I'm gonna be like a little bit scared. I'm trying to think of ways I can do blush. Maybe right in the center of the cheeks? I don't know. I feel like this still looks like me though. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see the final look. I'm excited to see if I can fool Face ID, so I'll see you guys in part 2. I'm sure you're looking at this like, girl, what is happening? I'm doing a full face of makeup to the point where Face ID doesn't recognize me. And we're doing okay so far. I mean, you can definitely still recognize me, which makes me feel like Face ID is still gonna recognize me. Once we add eyes and lips though, I might become unrecognizable, so let's continue. I'm just gonna set my face real quick and then we'll move on to eyes. For my eyes, I feel like I need to make them appear way bigger than what they are. So I'm gonna contour underneath the eyes with just a little bit of eyeshadow. Guys, come on, I feel like I'm freaking myself out a little bit. Like, would you think this was me? I think I am. Now I'm gonna add eyeliner. Let's draw a wing. What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's coming together. Then I'm gonna fill in this space with white eyeliner. I mean, I'm starting to scare myself. I don't recognize myself that much. If the phone does recognize me, oh, we're all doomed. I feel like if I did a heavy top lash, that wouldn't really make a difference. So I'm always wearing like a good size lash. So what if instead I did a big bottom lash? Let's see how this goes. Guys, come on. I feel like I still look like myself though. That's my concern. All right, let's move on to lips. I'm gonna like elongate my smile. Let's do like a red lipstick. I mean, why do I look like super camp though? This is kind of eating up. I'm just gonna like part my hair like so it's in my face kind of. Yeah, that looks good. Here's the final look. This is the moment of truth. I'm so nervous. Okay, ready? You guys, I unlocked it, but let's relock it and see if it like really doesn't recognize me, because I'm kind of shook right now. I can't believe I did this. Hold on. Okay, I'm about to swipe up. I did it. I freaking did it. Wow, I feel so accomplished right now, but I need to take this off because I'm actually scaring myself. Today I'm going to do a full face of makeup using clinkers. If I get the color right, I get to use a product that I love, and if I get the color wrong, I have to use a product that I don't love. Tell me why it cost me $15 for a bag of candy. But it is so worth it. I am so excited to try these. We obviously don't have these in the United States, so I can't wait. I think there's 3 colors, pink, yellow, and green. Okay, let's waste no more time and get right into this. I'm so excited. Whoa, these are like a good size candy. Let's start with my brows. I think this one is gonna be green. Well, it's yellow, so I'm wrong. Is that banana? At first, this flavor had me like, but it's actually really good once it like settles down. Since I got the color wrong, I have to use a product that I don't love. Tinted brow gel. It's not even this specific Kosas one, it's just any tinted brow gel in general. First of all, it's so messy. I feel like the gel aspect of it is so weak. This is what it looks like when you're done applying and now you're like, okay, well, I have to clean it up. And then you're most likely gonna have to add another brow gel on top of this to keep your brows in place. Make me so mad, just get this away from me. Now let's move on to primer. I have a feeling that this one's gonna be pink. Green. Is that lime? The flavors inside are like good, but they're like shocking for some reason. I got the color wrong once again. We're not doing too good today. So I have to use a primer that I don't love, and you guys should already know what's coming. The Milk Hydro Grip and I are never gonna get along. At this point, I had to cut off the relationship because they just won't change. And there's only so many chances you can give. You guys should know by now this just doesn't work for me. It pills my makeup, it separates my makeup. At this point, it just is what it is. I hope I at least get one color right, or this is gonna be a full face of makeup that I don't like, and we honestly don't want that. Let's move on to foundation. I have a feeling that this one is gonna be yellow. It's yellow. It's yellow. It's yellow. It's yellow. Yay! Since I got the color right, I get to use a foundation that I love. I am so happy. I've been obsessing over this foundation from Maybelline. It's their Lumi Matte Foundation. I feel like Maybelline foundations have always been super yellow on me or just oxidizes into a yellow. But this shade has stepped up the game, you guys, and it's like the most beautiful finish. Let me just show you. Like what? I love a Maybelline foundation. I think they have like one of the best drugstore foundations ever. But the shade range was always so bad. But look at this. Come on. It's full coverage. You guys know I love a full coverage moment. And it's matte, which I love a matte foundation. Yet it still keeps like a nice, healthy glow. Look at this though. You see how my makeup's pilling and lifting? That's the Milk Hydro Grip right there. Every single time. I'm moving on to concealer and I want a pink clinker so bad. I'm rooting for pink. So let's see if this is pink. Since I got the color right, I get to use the concealer that I love, and you guys know I love the Huda Beauty Full Filter Concealer. I was really late to the game trying this. I think I tried this about a year ago, and I've already been through 3 of them. So, safe to say, she's my fave. It's full coverage, it has the best shade range, and I'm telling you, it does not crease. It's perfect. And even though it's full coverage, it doesn't feel super heavy underneath the eyes. I'm 2 for 2 now. Come on. I'm doing pretty good. I was honestly getting worried. I thought my instincts were better than that. We're now moving on to bronzer. I hope I get this right. I have a feeling that this is gonna be yellow. Pink! Since I got the color wrong, I thought I was doing better. I was on the come up. I have to use a bronzer that I don't like, and I do not like this jelly bronzer from Makeup Revolution. Honestly, it should be criminal. I tried to give this bronzer the benefit of the doubt, but it's not good. It's not good at all. I guess if you don't wear a lot of makeup and you want a super natural moment, this is good for you. But like, it doesn't show up. I mean, if you really, really press down on it, you'll start getting some pigment. I'm having so much fun with this. I don't want it to end, but this video has to, so I'll see you in part 2. I'm doing a full face of makeup with clinkers. If I get the color right, I get to use a product that I love, but if I get the color wrong, I have to use a product that I don't love. This game is hard, but let's move on to blush. I have a feeling that this one's gonna be green. Is it green or yellow? That's green. Okay, right now this full face is tied with products that I love and don't love. Ooh. Since I got the color right, we get to use a blush that I love. And you guys know it's the Juvia's Place. This has been one of my favorite blushes for like the longest time. It's just so beautiful, so pigmented, and the shade is my favorite. I really do love her so much. Like, look at that blush. The makeup is honestly looking gorgeous though, I can't even lie. I'm now moving on to setting powder. I feel like I haven't had yellow in a while, so I'm gonna say yellow. Or do I want to say pink? Yellow. Pink! No! I'm so sad. Since I got it wrong, even though I was so close to getting it right. So that means I have to use a setting powder that I don't love, and I do not love this one from Fenty Beauty. I honestly am so sad because the base isn't bad, and I fear that this is gonna ruin it. I don't know, there's nothing groundbreaking about this setting powder. It's super dry and like it doesn't blend out really nice. Let me just show you. That just looks so bad. It's just not my favorite. Now let's move on to eyeliner. I have a feeling that this one is gonna be yellow. Yellow! Since I got the color right, I get to use an eyeliner that I love, and you guys already know the NYX Epic Ink Liner is the best. There's times where I'll stray away from this, but I'll always find myself coming back to it because it's just the best. Literally, I'll never have a bad wing with this eyeliner. It's gonna eat every time. Let's move on to mascara. I have a feeling that this one is gonna be green. Oh, it's yellow. You guys always say I never do mascara in my challenges, and you're right. So we're doing mascara today, and since I got the color wrong, I have to use a mascara that I don't love. And I did love this mascara until I opened it. Wait. Brush literally came off of this. Well, it's still not my favorite because now you're playing games. Honestly, I don't really love what it did to my lashes this time around, so... Alright, let's move on to lips. I have a feeling that this one is gonna be pink. I got it right, so that means I get to use a lip combo that I love. Wait, let me show you this combo that I did the other day, and I'm honestly kind of obsessed. This is the Huda Beauty lip liner in shade Deep Rose. I mean, look at this shade. Like, come on. And then I've been putting this pink MAC lipstick. This one is in the shade Snob, right in the middle. And like, tell me that isn't everything. Okay, you guys, and here is the final look. Even though this is a mix of my favorite and least favorite products, it still eats. I had so much fun with these clinkers. I kind of want to do another challenge with them, so let me know what else I can do. Today I'm going to do a full face of makeup one-hit wonders. This is basically going to be like makeup brands that came out with a really viral product and haven't really had a hit since. Or these could be just one-hit wonders for me. Like, I go to the brand and this is the one and only product that I ever get from them. I'm gonna start with my brows, and obviously this brand is very successful to this day. Except I feel like they haven't had a product that has hit the way this product did. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. Anytime I hear Anastasia Beverly Hills, my mind immediately goes to the dip brow. And yes, they've had some amazing and viral drops since this, obviously. But I just feel like nothing has hit to the caliber of this. To this day, Anastasia is still one of my brow go-tos. I just feel like Anastasia knows what they're doing when it comes to brows. Now let's move on to primer, and has Smashbox come out with anything since this? This is the Photo Finish Smoothing Primer. This was everything back in its day, and it's still a really good primer. But there's so many other primers now doing the same thing, so this is not really like revolutionary anymore. I honestly haven't seen a viral product from Smashbox since this. So this is definitely a one-hit wonder. Let's move on to foundation. And we have the Aborian CC Cream. I feel like this is a one-hit wonder only because this is like their only product that they have. This has been out for years now, and this is the only thing that they're known for. So like, it is kind of giving one-hit wonder. I would also say the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation is a one-hit wonder, except I don't have that foundation in my possession right now, but that is also a really good one-hit wonder. Have they come out with any groundbreaking makeup since? I don't think so. Moving on to concealer, we have the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I feel like this was IT Cosmetics' most viral product, and you haven't really seen much from them since. I think IT Cosmetics is definitely geared more towards mature skin, so it doesn't really get the credit that it deserves. I mean, their CC cream is really good, but I feel like they haven't come out with anything groundbreaking since this concealer. I would love to know if you guys agree with me on these products. If you disagree with me, like, let's chat about it. Let's move on to setting powder, and the Airspun setting powder. I mean, come on, one-hit wonder. Everyone had this setting powder. Literally everyone. My mom had this. The smell is just so nostalgic. To this day, it's iconic, but aren't all one-hit wonders iconic? Does anybody still use this setting powder? That's my question. I mean, it's still on the market, so people must, right? When I first started wearing makeup, this was the go-to. Now let's move on to bronzer, and we have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is the biggest one-hit wonder. I think Physicians Formula has tried to like rebrand and come out with new products, but nothing hits the way this did. This was an icon, and if you think about Physicians Formula and the brand, this is the first thing that comes to mind. They have not had a product this powerful since. I cannot wait for the final look, so I'll see you guys in part 2. This is a full face of makeup one-hit wonders, so let's continue. I just finished bronzer, and I was talking about how the Butter Bronzer is Physicians Formula's one-hit wonder. Have they come out with anything groundbreaking since? Okay, let's move on to blush, and this brand is extremely iconic and still very relevant to this day. So I wouldn't say this is their one-hit wonder, like they dropped it and now they're gone, but I feel like this blush, kind of like the Anastasia Dip Brow, went insanely viral. Obviously these brands do so well and they have their cult classics, But has NARS truly had a viral moment since the Orgasm Blush? I mean, I think they even reformulated this because it's still so relevant. This changed the blush game. It's still so iconic. I think makeup girlies were doing ads on this blush like recently. Is it a one-hit wonder when like the brand is still so relevant and so successful? I just feel like they haven't had a moment like this in a very long time. Like, do you guys know what I mean? You see where I'm coming from? I did lie when I said Smashbox has only one hit wonder because they do have two. Let's not forget about the Becca highlight. Ooh, this was a moment. A serious moment. This is a one-hit wonder in the sense that it was so popular and then completely fell off. Does anyone still use the Becca highlight? That is the question. Let's move on to eyeliner, and I feel like KBD Beauty had their one-hit wonder with this tattoo liner. I have so much beef with this eyeliner, but I can't deny that it's an icon. Have they had a product since this that's been just as groundbreaking? I mean, like, they had their Apple foundation and stuff, but like, was it as iconic as this? I don't think so. They also reformulated this, but I honestly see no difference. I mean, this eyeliner came out, what, over 10 years ago? And they still try to make it relevant. That's when you know it's a one-hit wonder. Except the wing is kind of eating. I won't lie. This always surprises me. Maybe I do like it more than I say. Let's move on to lips, and I feel like the Kylie Lip Kit is Kylie Cosmetics' one-hit wonder. And don't get me wrong, I love a ton of Kylie Cosmetics products that she's come out with, but have they had the virality of the lip kit? This lip kit in the shade Kylie, though, I will always buy. It is the prettiest pinky nude. These lip kits would sell out so quick. I remember being online waiting for the dropped, tried to get it, I couldn't get one, and I actually cried tears. Call me dramatic, but I mean, it was the time to be alive. I think her rebrand is eating, and I honestly love the lip kits, so I can't say anything bad. All I'm saying is that this is definitely her one-hit wonder. Okay, you guys, and here is the final look. Do you guys agree with me, or do you think there's other products that I should have mentioned instead?